Hi, this is Instructional Design and Technology today. Uh, this side on the left side covers teaching models such as Bloom's taxonomy, universal design for learning, and this one here will be covering the overall crossing of instructional design and technology. There's one in the middle also that covers both. The YouTube, the Google, Glogster, blogging, and Prezi are all good web pages for using technology in the classroom. It's also great for online classes. So if one wants to develop an online class and you don't want to just have like assignments, quizzes, tests, and some talking on a forum, you can add these to make the class more dynamic. And there's tons and tons and tons of other software online that one can use as you're learning in this course. But I like to put the ones that I've been using that I like a lot. And then I also, to end, I have two examples of using technology in the real world in the classroom. This page is a teacher who has children using iPads and software in the classroom and has the kids use more the method of learning that is as the one in here, universal design, which at the end she has them develop a little program by the children about what they learned, and it's very well done. This is actually a written web page. And so let me start over here. This is the web page I was talking about on Bloom's taxonomy, and it has all the steps here that if you go to my web page, you'll be able to link to here. Um, this one here goes to the model of learning objectives, where it actually has a taxonomy side on this one, but it crosses with the knowledge. So the idea of this page is explains how, if you have an objective, then how you would step up to those objectives. And this chart is really very interactive. It's very interesting. This one has charts also available. Going back to my page, this one has a video about universal design of learning. It's very nicely done. It starts off fairly slowly, so I like to jump to what I'm interested in.
Whoa, that's a fancy term. Universal design for learning. Let's unpack it a bit. Let's think about the word universal. By universal, we mean curriculum that can be used and understood by everyone. Each learner in a classroom brings her own background, strengths, needs, and interests. Curriculum should provide genuine learning opportunities for each and every student. Now let's think about the word learning. Let's think about the word.
Then from here, it goes into actually talking about learning, design, and developing for all different types of kids in the classroom, rather than having a curriculum that is directed at one type of kid and then the other kids have to fit in. So it's a good videotape, and the whole web page is very good too. Over here, I found a page where this is how I learned to make the page that I'm using right now. She has it in her link right here. These are all technology sites that are really good. She teaches technology in the classroom, so she has several of these online. She also does webcasts, and she does courses, and I think she even speaks at conferences from what I read here, and other web pages that I found with her work on it. These are all ones that I've used. I've used this P one on my iPad with an autistic kid to help him. We would make pictures and then write underneath what the child needed to say or what it was called or named, so that he could then practice speaking because he wasn't speaking. This one, what this one I've used. These are it's a kind of like a Facebook app, and it looks like Facebook, but then instead it's just the teacher and their students, and you can't even get a page if you're not teaching in a school. Um, the other one is, none of these I've used before, but it links to the pages and there's an incredible amount of information. So a search engine and integrated learning tool, this one's called. So there are a lot of them to look at in her page. This one I used YouTube just because I use it a lot. I put it here. I have a video available that says basically it's by students, about students, and it's very interesting because it talks about how much time they spend on TV, how much time they spend on the internet. It turns like it's kind of flipped from when my kids were little. TV was much more common in families. Now it's the other way around. They talk about how much time they spend on homework, how much time they sleep, how much time they spend eating, and they did this whole research on it. I can show a little piece of it. Basically, they did a research project, and then they talked about themselves, and they analyzed each other, and then they came up with answers to this and made statistical answers. Which is impossible because nobody has 26 hours a day. That's more than a full 24-hour day, which means they're way over booked. Here, play video. Okay, this is this is the history of technology in a video in education specifically, and it's very. I really like this one a lot.
The dramatic impact of
It's very dry,
it was
but
claimed
it does go
educational television
into things that I've
in the
never
1980s,
seen before.
many K-12 educational
I was
systems were able to
surprised.
utilize unused bandwidth and turn a classroom into a broadcast station to video systems with little commercial activity.
These are the ones I had
However,
never
as
seen.
cable television expanded throughout the 1980s,
It turned out that in the 1960s they had videos available for video chat, just like we have Skype today, but it didn't take off. That was done by AT&T. They then had this I had seen, it was common at our community college, where they do video and video broadcasts, and they still do it. They still broadcast through television courses. They also go into how very, very early in history, when they first started doing distance learning, they felt that that was going to take over schools, and obviously that took a lot longer than they thought. They thought it would happen within 10 years. So this is Google, which I put up here because Google Plus is what my college that I work at had asked me to use with my students. And there's this page that explains all the things that you can do with Google Plus with the students. And I'm going to try to use it this year. We'll see. I did mostly everything on the university's website, and I found that it was too dry and cut, and I see why they wanted us to use this, but not having done it, I had put all the videos and all of the work up online, so it was still interactive, but I think this will be even more interactive to use this and other tools that I've been working with this semester. Then finally, I have Glogster, which is my favorite kind of poster making page. This is blogging, which is what I'm using to build this page. Prezi, which is something we did in our course, and I use that for interactive video about something that I'm teaching. And this is the one that I really wanted to show before I finish up. This is a classroom. The teacher writes about blogs about her work, and it's specifically about using technology in the classroom. A lot of this is hands-on material, which is great to see. And then these are iPads that all the kids are on. The classroom's great. One of the things I've noticed is the circular tables. All the kids in my district have regular, like everybody has their own desk and all lined up. They still have a very classic setup. She has a couch. All the kids are on their iPads on the couch, which is great. She also has them building things. Looks, it's probably for math or for physics, depends, or they're just free play, who knows. I didn't actually watch this video. Oh, they're building a domino tower. So, but this is the picture also that I specifically put up, and it shows how one kid's reading a book and the other one's working on an iPad, where technology and books are coming together, and you can use ebooks also. And then ownership, because he's looking things up about the book that he read, which is very well done too. And then finally, I have this link, which is my Quizlet side, and I picked the Quizlet because Quizlet is like the ultimate sharing educational site, in the sense that all the students put up material on Quizlet, lots of teachers put up material on Quizlet, and people can study from each other's materials. So a lot of times you put the name of the textbook in and the topic, and you will actually already find the cards made. For some students that doesn't work because they do learn from making the cards, but if somebody's in a hurry or they really just want to develop a quick kind of like list to look at, or maybe even learn from the cards sometimes because maybe the book isn't making sense to them, it's a great site, and it's worldwide. People from all over the world post on here materials from their classroom. And the one that I haven't shown you yet is the one that crosses both. This website, it integrates teaching and learning using technology, and she has an incredible amount of information. She also uses the one that I had found earlier and more here, same one. And then she goes to TED Talks, which I watched many of them. And then she talks about role of technology in teaching and learning. And here's the pyramid again that we talked about earlier. And we're back to remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating, and all of the different technological tools that one can use to develop this learning plan. And that's it. Thank you.